Welcome to Dungeon Master. See, I didn't cough that time you thought I was going to. We're looking outside of our spaceship and we're seeing some very interesting things. I don't know if you'd like to follow me down this dungeon, but we don't quite have the space to get this all filmed that we can, but I'm seeing beauty, I'm seeing honor, I'm seeing dignity. And if you think I'm too close now, we'll just back up a little bit because I don't want to get in your unfavor. This is Dungeon Master, not unfavors. And I can, in fact, see what's happening, and it looks like a train has arrived in a station. And that guy, there's a fight breaking out, I noticed, and that was kind of intense. But are you okay, viewers? Viewers, okay. These guys are like slam hammering this train over here. And I say Dungeon 79 because that's where we are now, in the dungeons. The Dungeon Master. Now, I didn't make this up. This is actually made up by thousands, if not millions of people make this game up because everybody that's played it is part of it. But we're not talking about the game. This is where Dungeon Master has led us. And it's not all just fun and games and paste this here or do that there. You know, I could have not been Dungeon Master for a while and disappeared into fantasy, and you'd never know because sometimes I release on several platforms, so I don't necessarily think that that was the only Dungeon Master that had appeared for a while. But we do it again in this amazing playoff of beautiful paintings that these could be, but they're moving a little bit like a movie. Oh, please, someone tell me that Dungeon Master didn't have a great time last night. Because you see, Dungeon Master was out last night late, and wow, this is where he named the guy. Let's name him Cloud. Everybody okay with that? Everybody's okay with naming him Cloud. These guys are named Biggs. I don't like the name Biggs. Well, I do, but I can't really change it. Unless I found that naming way dude off of Final Fantasy 3. But there's always a guy named Biggs in Final Fantasy, so we'll just let it go. Because this says that they're about, I think we have seen this in Dungeon Master. But was it the first, second, or third, or fourth, or fifth, or sixth Dungeon Master? They have episodes too, so really, whether you knew the season that got lost before, whether you knew that or not, they had episodes too, so it wouldn't really matter because each one was a different episode. Now, if we would have gone live, we would have captured a shot that would have been so entrenchingly endearing that we're basically like doing what we do in recording live. And I don't know how he's traveling the right path because that took me a million times to figure out which way the hallway was. And I was swept onto the... Oh, hang on. It's a friend. I gotta talk to him. Hey man, how you doing? No man, I'm doing good. Oh yeah, Dungeon Master came over and he told me that I basically what was I gonna say? I know what this is. Oh, I had to sleep all day yesterday. Yeah, just because I was overdue on sleep. But it wasn't because I was overdue. It was like I didn't have the flu or anything. Not food poisoning or anything. It was just some kind of like, I think it was gas, dude, to be honest. Yeah, because I was asleep all freaking day. Got lunch is coming up at 12. Yeah, but I'm good now. Everything cool with you? Oh, yeah. Cool. I'm good, though. I feel great today. Why so long on Dungeon Master? Because I couldn't... if I told you... you know what? I'll tell you the story later. It's nothing bad. Everything was good about it. Let me just put it this way. Chicks were coming over. Dungeon Master was getting a little zany. And then it all suddenly stopped, and that was good, except Dungeon Master had quite the hangover. Yeah, I'm his secretary. I write down words that he can't because he doesn't know how to word the fact that, well, Dungeon Master, since the Enchantress was with him, got laid for the first time. Yep, that's right. First time in 30 years the Dungeon Master got laid, and that's because he was doing so much Dungeon Master that he couldn't get laid. But now, it's all good in the head. We're great. We're happy to be Dungeon Master, and yeah. All right. You're all embarrassing me. Have a great day, my friend. That was a necessary conversation because I got to tell you, Dungeon Master was a little nerve-wracked when he... Never mind, I don't want to go through it. Let's pay attention to what's going on in this dungeon. There's lights hammering in the background, and we can stay afloat in this elevator, but how tall is this building? The planet's dying, Cloud. The only thing I care about is finishing this job before security and the robo guards come. That's interesting. There's no titles up there right now, and they're talking. It doesn't only illustrate the talking, does it? Do we have to follow the map on this and how they do that? They must have known we were looking at them. These guys are all apprehended with AI of sorts in these games. But I cannot tell you how this is already one of the most amazing Dungeon Masters I've ever seen, because the boxes in this are all aligned. And that means that we gonna kick some ass. We gonna kick some ass through this dungeon. Yeah, that's what it looks like they're saying. But it looks like we're going on an excellent journey. Commercial. We're almost experiencing technical difficulties, but not quite. Now, I'm going to keep it here for a minute, because I could go ahead and zap us like right here. Now, I don't know why the landscape has changed, but the name's Cloud. I named myself in Chapter 1. We're in Chapter 3 now, because we skipped ahead. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I do whatever's needed. Why am I reading these? Sorry. What's so funny? What are you laughing at? Sorry, Oh, don't give me that. So, is he gonna go around that way or go to the store? What are we doing here? He looks apprehended. I think maybe we should check up here to see if there's... Oh, we could go in, actually. Go ahead. Go on in. Don't mind me. Is that not a doorway? Alright, well... Say, Cloud, you can do anything, right? Yeah, that's right. Then get me out of here. Take me home. Okay, but it'll cost you. How about if I go about with all my work? Why are we all sharing these title cards? Aren't they supposed to be an actress and an actor? Oh, the actress was late. Yeah, the actress was late today. But somehow I think that Dungeon Master 79 is coming along. What do you think? It's all right. I thought we were going to play that whole fortress out, that whole reactor thing, and blow it. Hell, you got plans, I got plans. Let's keep going from here. This looks scenic. And besides, the images are good on the mind. They don't make you feel confined in an elevator or anything, because now we're outside. And we're determined to look through the angle of our spearmint fish and glow in agony of our rumble with the tumble in case you crumble neath the bumble. And I don't really know what that means, but it could mean something. I don't even want to approach that. That was already used up. It was already a lie. Nothing's gonna change my world, huh? Well, you're all gonna try. No, I'm kidding. That's paranoia. You can't say someone else tried to change the world. It's totally paranoid. You're gonna catch my holy hell, that guy just said. I don't know if we should have bad games and bad words in a video game, but there's a couple in this one. Look, he's still in the reactor. No, he isn't really. Come on. Was that just a portal out of the reactor? Does this reactor take 10 hours? Oh, well, we haven't even gone 10 minutes. By the way, speaking that we haven't gone 10 minutes. Do you know what Dungeon Master 78 means? It means I'm going about 30 minutes deep into this Dungeon Master. Some would say I should keep it on longer, and I don't know which way to go because this is going fast in the first place, and it's already been on for 10 minutes. And I think you're all looking at the clock going, yes, but how long must we stare profusely at Dungeon Master now that it's gotten so supreme in our thinking and absolutist in our atmosphere and must play, and that there wasn't another Dungeon Master out for a while? Only this can apologize. This use of Dungeon Master coming back home, using it so well that it looks just as good as what we thought it would on the way out of the system. But that's not true because Dungeon Master's right here and we're just flying along. I can't even read these dialogue lines. They're going fast. It's a good thing someone else is controlling that, because they're just skipping the dialogue lines. It's like, think we killed them? They never should have fought us. No, it's okay. Cloud, help. I like it better when you read the subtitles. Cloud, what's that? I did it again. Hold on a minute. Fight him. Run! This is not really the side of the spaceship we need to end up on. And I'm calling forth a total sudden infinity of worth. Oh, that's almost a technical difficulty. But why don't we go here? Which is another absurdly farther part to the game that we've got that in the menu. We pause and we go back. That I don't know. We must have the Ring of Invisibility. And the Ring of Invisibility will take us through to the tournament of all time. It seems like we're underwater but above the sky. I know this is part of a dream I saw one time. And I know you're all going, well, that was a jumpy jump cut. And I'm like, well, how did I do that if I'm the one running the camera? You see, the Smurfs are running my camera. Because ever since I had the Smurfs in a commercial and it was divided, it was also Smurfs as a cartoon. Commercials are all right because we like commercials, don't we? Yes, we do. We like commercials. All right, then don't argue about it. Anyway, we're back to here. That looks like the dude from Final Fantasy II. Where is this? Gosh, I have to get further. There's no way to slow me down, and then suddenly there's a good conversation, and it seems to be the thing of this dungeon. I'll call it the conversations never end, and they never get that much more important. But that's not what I'm saying about this, a masterpiece of a game. See, actually, I have to admit, the context of the dialogue is actually foolproof because it controls the flow of the game, builds a load of the dungeon, and the dungeon loads. And I'm not ripping on the text of this game. Actually, it was translated into American from Japanese for the one point, which is never accurate because there's never been an American that can translate Japanese. And I'm not saying that theirs isn't more in-depth, which it is, but the point is the Japanese made this game, and so they can go in the direction they want in with it. I'm not responsible for where this thing goes, even if it tilts up and tilts down. And we get back on a globular level, but the Earth seems pretty flat here. Now, I'm not really getting off on my opinion here, but actually Final Fantasy is well devised because, see, when you have dialogue, it gives you mysteries to solve for the code of the game. That we don't need this in autoplay, or is it in autoplay, or is it? But it looks like it's doing pretty good, so I'll be right back in a minute. No, I better stay. Dungeon Master, this is a battle, but not a boss battle, and we won it. And I'm Cloud, and I got a different voice, but I've been hired as the second Cloud. And Dungeon Master says this has been a heck of an episode, getting it all put into one spot. And I don't even think anything evil lives in this woods or anything, but we gotta fight some more evil things that live in this woods, you know what I'm saying? Because they're coming out of the woods. Alright. I don't want to promote. Oh, they already won. No, they didn't win yet. They're gonna win. Oh. That was a heck of a baseball game throw. Do we need a potion, perhaps? Potion up? Potion up, everybody. We gotta get our hit points back. Oh, that's not even a potion. Well, you should potion up, but you can't get me. Oh, you don't need to. Now you've got 1,000 hit points. Alright, fair enough. This looks strange, like a military base. Like, hi, I'm the new voice playing, Cloud. And he's walking in this room, and he goes past the shower, and he turns on the engine, and then suddenly these darts are going, and it's like the world is one big mega reactor. I swear this is scaring me because we're so far in the game. It's useless to get off this ship of fools. Because if we get off the ship of fools, we'll be stuck and abandoned. And this may look like a carnival. Like something's happening that like we can't avoid because it's the gold saucer. See, but isn't there a roller coaster on this that takes you so far out beyond Mako that you want to go back to the Mako reactor? What is this amusement park? The only place in the whole city that has an amusement park? And that doesn't seem a little strange? So see, the dialogue does come to terms with why that's there. And I'm not going to ever bag the dialogue again, because the dialogue in here, perfectly translated, looks amazing. Sorry, if I ever bag the game again, then I'll say sorry again, and you'll just accept my reasoning. Right, what was the reasoning of what? I've forgotten it already. You didn't do anything wrong. That's typical Dungeon Master, whatever. Yeah, but I don't remember it either, so if I don't remember what I did wrong, did I do anything wrong? Absolutely fucking not, man. Get over yourself. You're not convincing me that dialogue is the only thing that matters. Well, in Dungeon Master, it basically doesn't, because I'll sit there and be like, he's in this room of the eternal vortex of dimes and quarters that cost us to save up to get this most expensive game. And the most expensive game is always the best game. And its time and place, it was the best game. So I think that we've all better check this out, because we're getting with it. There's a guy standing over there, like, quoting, is that a robot? Is this now the Patronus of my whole creation, my whole dignity, my aspiration, my guilt, my frustration? Is this you that decketh me before this cloud? And we must run. Oh, sorry, I'm playing the voice of Cloud. What? We got that. Hey, I'm the third voice of Cloud, and I'll be the voice of Cloud because Dungeon Master needs to cough in the background, and I just don't feel like we need to hear him, but he might go out of the studio, which we're not really in a studio, but if you go out of the studio, cough, then you can cough real hard and it gets out of your system. Maybe next time I'll describe to you what it means to feel like you're gonna win at Final. Oh, sorry, did I say the title? I didn't. I just said Final Fight or something, and that's even the title that it's not. So I don't think I'm allowed to say the title of this game. My fans are like, say the title. I'm like, no, guys, I know you want me to. My fans are cheering. It's not gonna hurt. And I'm like, well, be careful with everything, folks, because we're not really bootlegging these. We're saying we're bootleggers, but we're not bootleggers. We've tied up with Square before, signed some contracts before. We're all right. We're IGN compatible. We're fun in the sun. Wizards of the Coast. And oh, ye Wizards of the Coast that have done battle here, let me shake your fanciness, because that is what is near. You're always on my mind. You're where I stay afloat. You're what I wear on my badge, or what I wear on my coat. I wear it on my coat so blatantly that before you name the game of thee, this is actually Dungeon Master. See, I told you I was having a bit of a gopher in the throat, but I don't know why those kind of past loomings of a destinies prevail of my makeshift quarter in the dining room of eternities supposed entrance into the vortex, which I'm in one now because I thought there wasn't a vortex to this game. But I'm feeling we're all going into it. Are we all going into it? Yes. And you know, I could see the respect of traveling this one as far as we could. But I think this is due for a dungeon master. This hard without a level up, we might have to end sooner than the last few epic logs of Dungeon Master have been blazing the scene. And this one's no different. No different, except everything is perfect about it. And I don't really necessarily see what you could call unperfect, because when you swallow your dreams of destiny, then destiny collides with the ages upon which nothing else is broke. And that's why I see Dungeon Master saying that these long dungeons are all connected and are all part of each other. It is a journey you must face over several days. And when you get to 79, remember, we're going to launch probably, since we kept you waiting so long, it'll be shorter than the last one came out. And we will then be exalted unto the Dungeon Master Guild, who had almost lowered us to number 4 and put us back to number 3, which means we lowered from number 2, which is all right, because someone else I know is probably playing Dungeon Master as the Dungeon Master. And if he is, then I'm like, yeah, go smooth. That's what I'm talking about. Dungeon Master could be a very adult game for many that don't seek out the greater Dungeon Masters. I am only young, but they are younger even still, and they will conquer us all. Yes, there's other copies of Dungeon Master laying around here. Now, I'm not one to argue it. Can you find the last copies of my Dungeon Master film from years ago that seem to have, I've forgotten the whole thing about it, and oh, hang on. I don't think we've done anything wrong. I'm checking my footsteps here because this is trippy. Well, what is this? I don't even know. Very Croatian of it. Now, I want to know if I can get to the Chocobo racing up here. Oh, he's going for Chocobo racing. And we're all on our limit break. Oh, this is going to be glorious. I don't know if you can really use your limit break for Chocobo racing, but this, actually, no, he's just going into the carnival. Now we're outside the carnival. Now we're where we need to be. I always used to get lost in that maze. I got lost in the maze of sequestered understanding, which was, to me, to be another kind of soft and easy landing, because I'm already going the frickin' distance, man. Going the distance that I would never outdo anyone else in this vortex is what I plan to do from here on out, because those kind of competitions for me are calamity, whether I become Dungeon Master 2 or 3, or this is the only one that counts. Well, they all counted some way, but I must stop speaking of them because they're harder and harder to find on the internet. I mean, my Facebook feed still has it somewhere. Alas, I do not venture that you're going to cycle that low below Facebook's normal tidy spot, and the secrets of Dungeon Master Round 2 and Round 3 are so buried on my YouTube page. And not my YouTube page. That thing's fantastic. It's perfect. It's immaculate. It's glorious. And so is Facebook. Look at this. Facebook has the old Dungeon Masters. That's the last thing I'm going to say of it. The Promised Land. You have to go a long way down to get it on Facebook. Okay, that's the last thing I was going to say. Sorry, I was paying attention, but we had to get into this. The Centrus will return to the Promised Land. Cetra? That's some kind of different, eh? That's what the ancients called themselves. Hey, didn't you listen to the Enters at Cosmo Canyon? You don't know where the promised land of the America is. You search and travel until you feel it. Then you just, let me know. Eris, can you feel that? Okay, this is starting to become really interesting that they're in this circle. Because we haven't moved and these are all the characters that belong and were in this game. They're your allies and they've come with you to discuss the very peril ahead, which we may never know. And Dungeon Master, it depends on if we can swing a while. No, we cannot. And these are too blurry to read these subtitles. Oh, I got my glasses on. Of course, my tattoo is number 13. Wow, how did you get that tattoo? Mojo put it on me. The rest are just, I don't know. Alright, so there are at least 13 of us. I already said that. Can't you count? Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know, there seems to be only 10 of us, but there might be 13. Did someone just appear over there? Oh, that might be 13 of us then. Did anybody leave? Because I say there's only... Oh, there's the ghost on the chair. He's always disappearing and reappearing, but he's a nice ghost and he doesn't do anything bad and he's just kind of hanging out. And these guys are in limbo. But is there another ghost over here? The ghost is gone. Well, it seems like you wouldn't understand even if I told you. Now all we gotta do is take action. We're starting tomorrow. Sorry, this is a scary scene because the both ghosts are back, and are they on your team? I knew there'd be ghosts in the machine. The ghost in the machine saith, why are there ghosts in this machine, and why are they turning to skeletons? There must be someone helping to animate, or this game was all... Oh, the ghost is back. Well, let's make sure the ghosts don't start floating around the room, because that would be really unlike anything I've ever seen. No, he doesn't want to get out of his chair. You don't want to get out of your chair, do you? I did do everything the opposite of what I want. So they did want to get out of the chair. Well, that's good, because now I don't know where they are. They're gone. The ghosts are gone. The ghosts are gone from my table of 13. But I was counting all the gold. All the gold, all the gold. I was counting, but the ghosts gone. The ghosts are gone. The ghosts are gone. All right, enough tomfoolery. What is he doing stuck in here? And you think the ghosts are gone, but what are we doing in this room? That's what he said. Come on, let's go. Hey, I'm doing the subtitles now. Everybody left. And they expect me to carry this freaking show onward? Or what do you think? Is this a fans need this now moment? Because I know I need this now. Baby, I need you now tonight. And I need you more than ever. Totally making it right. We never belong except together. Once upon a time I was falling in love. Now I'm only falling apart. Nothing I could say. A total eclipse of the heart. Well, I was really confused about time a minute ago because it looked to me like we'd been on that same page for a while, but we hadn't. And this is not really how I intended. Oh. Haven't we seen these titles? Are we running backwards? There we go. Well, if those are the time limits, then... I think we played a little backwards there. So Dungeon Master backwards, please welcome to Gold Saucer. Which is really anything it means, because at this point, I would have seen another level. They'd have put on with the snowy waves of the cataclysmic reaction of the paranormal, which was what we viewed already, and that there is now an acceptance of the land of the ghosts. It is a question that we must moralize in confusion of the abstract intention to be roused by our Maker in the symptoms of practicality. I will make up for this someday in a dream of how we hold on for one more day. Things are going my way. And I'm not really trying to say that this is the only Dungeon Master available, because there's 38, but we shot really high to Dungeon Master 2, and now I'm Dungeon Master 3. And I can remain that because these other two guys are working their asses off, and me, I'm working my ass off, but we all know who works a little bit more. And I'm not trying to put myself down, because I've got a lot of good qualities, like I can put together all the Dungeon Masters and shit as Dungeon Master. I'm telling you, it's alright. But if we go through the journey of time and we step forth in our atmospheric design, and whether time looks for a time patched of dime, the security poles, the feeling sublime. I in practice Santeria. Oh, sorry, what's that doing here? Well, at least it's not the paranormal again. Although the ghost does look like it did a number in here. I'm out of here, bro. Where am I? Switzerland? Jeez, this is crazy. Am I in Switzerland? Oh, this is some other map of some other place. But at least it's not the frickin' Mako reactor. But it could be. It could be that everything in the world is the Mako reactor. I'm gonna have to think about this. Well, the nerves to go beyond are on my head. So I must take this a few more with the lead, but that's okay. I'm simply just managing to be all I can instead, and that's really the make a drift symbol that I made up lead. And so, honestly, tomorrow is another moment for us all. Oh, okay, this is my Dungeon Master. Sorry, I was falling asleep. I was tired for a minute there. I slept a few days there, but I'm right as rain. Although there was this totally amazing thing where this girl wrote this book, and I had to edit it. And I won't tell anyone I'm the editor because I'm Dungeon Master. I wasn't even the real editor. I was just basically like a copy editor. I was just like putting down what was in the book. And oh my gosh, it was such a great legend that we all got pined on mead. We all got pined on mead, and I thought, well, that's not good, because I don't think mead's really good for my system, but I was the only one that didn't get pined on mead. I got stoned on mead-flavored weed. You were going to say, well, does that mean Dungeon Master, after all those years off of alcohol, is going to drink mead? And I said, no, mead-flavored weed, which I really don't like the taste of it, but I had to get meaded out like everybody else, and so it was mead weed, and the mead weed of Palisade is the best of the mead weed, because everybody knows that what's hanging is the mead of the weed, and the mead of the weed, is yes indeed. Now he's going this is a transportation into the next dungeon. Please hang on. Please hang on. Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? All right, Cloud, you got this, man. You've had so many prevails that we now must take you to the mountain of snowboarding, which makes this game completely even more rad, and that you got to the point of the mouth of the snowboarding is just what I needed. Just what I needed to justify Dungeon Master. Can you dig it? And I don't think we're gonna finish quite with his travels, but his travels are far, and that's important just because it's the longest snowboard sequence of all time, as far as I'm considering the fact that it's a cartoon it's in now, and that everything looks like the cartoon of its flavor, is in fact what we needed to survive for this bliss. Oh, technical difficulty, sorry, he's still going. That should have been more seamless. Dungeon Master got completely 100% distracted by the Enchantress in this game, but the Enchantress has also been killed several times and brought back to life, so we're not expecting to see her after the snowboard sequence. That I'm holding the mirror lamp to the fader is not the point because the fate is not here yet. We thought you were going to spare us for another round of Dungeon Master, but actually we were hoping this would go all the way, this Dungeon Master series. Where are you now? Oh, hey, Cousin Eddie. Everyone welcome Cousin Eddie to the show. No, I'm just kidding. I'm Dungeon Master's Cousin Eddie. And I think the show's going great. I mean, of all the perils that we faced, drinking mead weed, and I was just on the mead weed, is what the Dungeon Master would say, but, the rest of us got pretty meaded out, but don't worry, I was the driver, and, so anyways, this is back to Dungeon Master, and I don't know if any of you think I am who I am, but this is actually one of the guys that showed up to read cue cards, and I was in the back room smoking a cigarette, and then they were all calling me to the game, and I'm like, well, is it time for Dungeon Master? Okay, it's been going on for a while, but we can't stop because that looked like a South Park thing, and that means there's supernatural things going on with this game, and that I don't want to spend eternity looking for the things that I should have found upon this morrowed day, and steady wear in case of the corporation, and that's where we're at, because everybody's cool in my world. I said that dialogue wasn't good, and they went in and repaired it to what my liking would be, and some people liked it the other ways, and my liking's just fine. I like that Square would do that, but it was already perfect, so if they need to change it back, they can. But did you see when the ghosts were there, that seance room? That was really blindingly good dialogue, and I couldn't follow it. It was going so fast, and here we are snowboarding down the very hill of existence. Dungeon Master, I gotta talk to you real quick, man. Don't you think we've made it pretty far, down the trail? Don't you think we should? We're either gonna hit, point of no return, or we're gonna say this is where we end the episode. Because Dungeon Master, we're out in the snow. Okay, we're out in the snow. It's the middle of summer and we're out in the snow. People are gonna think we're really lost because the snow's out here and outside it's really hot. I know what you mean. I've never been faced with such a choice for governance. But I must insert tape B. Tape B is messed up. Tape B is messed up. Eject tape B. Oh no, we've got to stop here. This is my favorite.